Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Miroslav from the products team and this is Orlin from the integrations team.
Hi everybody.
Welcome to the webinar where we're going to show you what's coming, the two Pro add-ons. And namely, these are the Pro LoRa add-on and the Pro Sensor add-on. Just how we're going to do it, we're going to go through presentations very briefly to get the idea what is the benefits of these products, why we created them in the first place. And we'll finish with one amazing demo from Orlin. I don't have the words to tell you, it's amazing. You're going to see it. I really see what is the benefit of the Pro Sensor add-on. Let's go. So first one is the Shelly Pro LoRa add-on. For those of you who do not know what LoRa does, the goal of these add-ons and the Shelly Pro LoRa add-on is to enable LoRa communication on your Shelly Pro devices. So you can perform remote control in challenging environments and faraway locations. Maybe you know that we already have a LoRa add-on, which is for Plus devices. Well, this is the bigger version of the add-on that is for specific Pro devices. Again, the big thing with LoRa is that it adds LoRa, the big thing of the Pro LoRa add-on is that it adds LoRa connectivity to specific Shelly Pro devices, which enables up to 5 kilometers of communication range over LoRa. It's something very important. You're going to be asked a lot. We use LoRa, not LoRaWAN. We are using just the radio stack of LoRa and building our own protocol on top of it. We are not using the LoRaWAN technology. What are the use cases for LoRa? Mainly two. The main thing is that you can use LoRa and customers can use LoRa where other technologies can't reach. Think about underground locations like garages, like basements, where other technologies fail just because of that you have concrete walls. It's just the signals cannot pass. Or you have faraway locations where it's not feasible technically, or you don't want to spend money to have Wi-Fi there or some kind of cellular technology. For example, imagine you have a space and you want to control something that is 500 meters away. Well, the best way is to use LoRa. I'm not going to drill down into what LoRa is. We already have a webinar about it. You can check out the webinar for the Plus LoRa add-on. We have a link in the presentation, 2 slides from now. Just check it out, but two important things. The Pro LoRa add-on and the LoRa add-on use the same core functionality, which means they have the same firmware, which means these devices can communicate with each other. So you have a customer that already has the LoRa add-on and was specifically looking for something that he can put on his DIN rail. Well, he can easily get the Pro LoRa add-on and just get on with it. The other thing is that you have a lot of possible use cases. You're already familiar, like industrial automation, solar panel automation, agriculture automation, street lighting automation. The use cases are very broad and amazing. And here, just a quick comparison between the two. The LoRa add-on, if you remember, it is for Gen 3 and Gen 4 devices, while the Pro LoRa add-on, well, it's for Pro devices. The Pro LoRa add-on is DIN mountable, and the big thing is that it comes with the detachable antenna. If you remember, the LoRa add-on comes with an antenna soldered to the PCB, so you cannot remove it. But with the Pro LoRa add-on, you can detach the antenna. It's on an SMA connector, which means that with an extender, you can take the antenna out of the electrical box. This is very important, especially if your electrical box is metal, or if you want to increase the range, you can put your own antenna with higher gain, bigger antenna, so you get a better range and better coverage. This is a very, very, very strong selling point. When it comes to the market, currently the Pro LoRa add-on will be specifically focused on the European region. It's going to support the European frequencies, though the hardware itself also is able to support US and Australian frequencies, just they're not planned yet to be released. And while we are at it, we're going to release support for the US for LoRa add-on soon. We already got certified by FCC, so the enablement of the US region will happen through a firmware update to the Shelly host device. The LoRa add-ons that are out there are already ready to work in the US. We just have to provide firmware for the host devices. So the main thing, the Pro LoRa add-on comes with a detachable antenna, it's DIN mountable, and it's currently only for the European frequencies, EU 868. Okay? And while we're on the LoRa presentation, some very, very short information what's coming for LoRa. For those of you who remember, last time we spoke about LoRa, we told you that we are working on a LoRa protocol. We are, and we're going to release first version soon. But before that, we are introducing something new that's not yet in production, but should come out soon. Easier way to copy configuration between LoRa devices. If you have used LoRa, you know that all your LoRa add-ons and Pro LoRa add-ons, they have to share the same configuration, meaning they have to be configured for the same region, same subband, same channel, same spreading factor. Currently, if you do it through the interface, you have to go and click each one of them manually to select the right configuration. We're changing that. We're introducing something that we call configuration key. It's something very simple. When you create the configuration, in the interface, you're going to see the key on the screen. And what you have to do is copy this key, paste it into the other device, click apply key, and the configuration will be pre-applied. Super easy if you have a bigger set of devices and a bigger installation. This should come out in February. At least that was the plan, but it's ready, it's tested, it should come out any minute. In terms of the LoRa protocol, we have let's say a third done and a part that is in progress. What is done is the built-in encryption. Again, if you use the LoRa add-on so far, you know that the packets we send are without encryption. So we've provided users with a boilerplate code they can put in their scripts, which enables encryption. And this is always the same piece of code in every script. Now we're removing this, and this encryption is built into the LoRa protocol itself. So you don't have to deal with encryption. You just have to write in your script what you want the LoRa add-on to do, what information has to be sent, and on the other side, how the information has to be interpreted. For backward compatibility, we're keeping the two methods. So if you have a user that already has the encryption via script, he will be able to use it even after we release the protocol. Okay? And about encryption, one final thing. The whole encryption thing, it is configurable via the UI. Super simple. Basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make LoRa easier to use so we can attract not only advanced users, but also users that are not so advanced or don't want to deal with scripting or programming, etc. And especially the next part, RPC over LoRa, which is in progress, is the most important part. When we are ready with it, hopefully in the next few months, this will enable you to not write, we won't have to write scripts for some of the basic features, like turning on a relay, dimming, stuff like this. What we are aiming to do is to enable users to set these actions via the action menu that the users already know. It's the same thing as you're setting an action currently, but you'll be able to set actions via LoRa. So you're going to send, for example, the relay on command via LoRa. The other device, the receiver, will also have a corresponding action that will understand it and turn off the relay. And with this, for certain use cases, and maybe for the majority of use cases, you will not need scripts, just actions. Okay? Again, the main thing from this part, besides the other thing, is the Pro LoRa add-on. So it's DIN mountable, it works with the LoRa add-on, the LoRa add-on and the Pro LoRa add-on can communicate together, and the Pro LoRa add-on comes with detachable antenna, which means you can move it to outside the box, or you can put a bigger, better antenna for higher gain and higher range. Okay, that's it for LoRa. Moving forward. The next add-on is the Pro Sensor add-on. This is the big thing everybody's waiting about. Again, it's a galvanically isolated DIN rail add-on for specific Shelly Pro devices. And when I say specific, you have the list in the presentations, both in the LoRa part and the Pro Sensor part. And this thing, it enables you to connect multiple sensors for real-time monitoring and smart automations. And you can connect plethora of sensors. I mean, we cannot put all the use cases here. But just to give you an idea of example use case I got recently, there are users that want to for example, want to track what's happening in their space. We have a customer that wants to have a DIN rail and wants to add the Pro Sensor add-on to the DIN rail, and wants to, in the same space, he wants to check the temperature of the equipment, the temperature of the room, if someone have opened the door, if someone have opened a part of the equipment. Basically, you can solve this with the blue door window and the blue HNT, but customers' industrial settings usually don't want to deal with batteries and multiple sensors, and every additional sensor is another vector that can go wrong. So they want one place, one device that manages all. And for such customers, it's easier to just put all the sensors into the Pro Sensor add-on, like the temperature sensors, contact sensors, whatever it is, and just to enable this use case. And there are a plethora of use cases. In terms of what interfaces the device covers, we currently have 2 analog interfaces, 0 to 10 volts, 2 digital, 1 dry contact, and 2 one-wire. The VRF is at 10 volts, the VCC is at 3.3 volts. What you can connect, this is only for idea and aspiration, it's not a complete and exhaustive list, but you can add up to 10 DS18 B20 sensors. It's 5 sensors per channel. You cannot put 6 sensors on one channel and 4 on the other, it's 5 per channel. You can put up to 2 DHT22 sensors. You can put photoresistors, PIR sensors, contact sensors, soil moisture sensors, a lot of things. Basically, it's super versatile, specific use cases. And the great thing is that if we have a use case that works, we can very easily replicate it with different customers. And usually these use cases come from customers. And some of, before showing the use cases, I'm putting this technical specification just for the guys who are super interested in details, like for example, what is the max current or the max switching voltage. I'm putting this here for reference, I won't spend time on it. And these are some of the use cases that we have validated with real customers so far, thanks to the integration team. And this is what Orlin is going to show you. This is for your reference, and now Orlin is going to show you how this thing works in practice. It's you, Orlin. Show us.
Hey everybody, will you bring the slide with the use cases, please?
Alright, just give me a sec. Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah, that one. So, as Miro said, the first use case is when you have big electrical boxes such as transformers that are supplying entire buildings or entire quarters, and you need to monitor the equipment, or the door is open. It's not a problem somebody to enter, but there's a lot of energy inside, and all sorts of bad things can come out when someone enters. So for the people who is responsible of this equipment, it would be very, very easy if they have easy way to monitor the entire equipment, and the Pro Sensor add-on give this ability very, very easy. The second thing which is very important nowadays especially is the water. And because of the analog inputs of Pro Sensor add-on, you can attach really easy level sensors of water dams or even big pools where you're storing water or other liquid contents. And this is also possible because of the analog inputs and digital inputs. If you have specific levels that you would like to have, and the output of the host device can be used for controlling pump. And this is a perfect case when you would like to store a specific volume of water in this particular container. And of course, the third use case is the surge protection, another very hot topic nowadays. And the demo that we prepared for you guys today is related especially for the surge protection. Our partners from Weidmüller gave us surge protection that have dry contacts, which is a perfect test for our use case on Sensor Pro add-on. What is the use case? When surge protection is activated, the alarm input will be activated, the physical alarm will start, and in the end, because it's IoT device, it will send information immediately to everyone who would like to receive this message. People who's responsible for changing the surge protection, owners of the equipment, people who are standing back on the big screens and controlling the entire process. So here's the demo. I will simulate lightning strike, and you'll hear the alarm. Okay, so we simulate the input and our use case, including the following stuff. When the lightning strike the equipment, the solar panels, the surge protection will activate the alarm input of the Sensor Pro add-on. It will notify everybody into the control center, and for the people who is responsible for physical changes, they will know where to go just physically. Imagine if you have a big park for few of megawatts of energy, you probably have a lot of electrical boxes and cabinets, and this is a perfect use case where you can see how the Sensor Pro add-on can evaluate all this process. Of course, our partners asked, is it possible to measure the temperature? And as Miro said, we're using a digital sensor which will be installed inside the box and will measure not only the alarm inputs but the temperature of the electrical cabinet. And of course, because of the analog inputs, we can simulate the voltage via this potentiometer. What the voltage input are showing is the level of the dam. Another interesting use case that will be shown later will be that it can measure the current of the photovoltaic strings, and this will allow to measure if one of the strings are not just tracked, but if we have a problem with it particularly. So the Sensor Pro add-on is a perfect fit if you'd like to automate your entire PV park.
I don't know if you got it, but all the three use cases you saw in the slides were just implemented with the same device, with a single device, showing you the same use case. We did not add several devices, but this is one device that was able to show the three use cases simultaneously. So it is super versatile device that you can do practically everything with it.
Actually, a lot of our partners are asking about this kind of device. I would share some internal information that we already sent a few samples everywhere, so everyone basically wait for this to came out. And the persona who we're following is more professional people who are looking to install things not only in their home, but in their electrical cabinets instead.
Yeah. Super amazing. Do you want to show something on the screen? I mean, the embedded web? Something specific?
No,
okay.
I show everything. I won't give any details.
Okay.
I believe everyone just get, now the signals are there, but if someone would like to ask something, maybe in Q&A session would be perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's go into Q&A. Guys, we're listening to you. What questions do you have? If you have idea for use cases.
Okay. Okay, I'm coming in very quickly. Hi, everyone. So, thank you very much to Ilian and Evgeny and Konstantin for answering most of the questions.
Perfect.
There is one question in the chat that have not been answered. Is Action RPC also planned to be added to LoRa add-on, not Pro, at a later date or stage? Is one of the questions.
Yeah, actually, you have to make that clear. Basically, think of the Pro LoRa add-on and the LoRa add-on as the same device, just a different form factor. Practically, the hardware and the firmware is the same. And whatever LoRa add-on gets as functionality, the Pro LoRa add-on also gets it. So we're going to release for both at the same time. So the answer is yes, the RPC over LoRa will be applicable for both devices, LoRa add-on and Pro LoRa add-on.
Perfect. And yeah, Heinz is saying awesome, perfect. I don't have any other questions, but Tim, in this webinar and meeting, you have also enabled your microphones. So you can just unmute yourself. Are we going to hear them? Or not really? Okay, maybe not. Okay, not. So if you have any questions, just add to the chat and we will read out loud. I will read out loud and share with Miro. But I don't have anything else. We had the question, for example, at the beginning, is this with script only again from Heinz?
Yeah, currently yes, until we release this RPC over LoRa, which I cannot give you the exact timeline. We are working to be as soon as possible, but something new we are doing and some problems are occurring that we have to solve. While we're waiting for questions, something that popped on my mind, something important on how you use the Pro LoRa add-on and the Pro Sensor add-on with the Pro devices. By default, the Pro devices, for example, the Pro 1, Pro 2, Pro 1 PM, the default firmware will come with support for LoRa add-on. And if, for example, you want to use the Pro Sensor add-on, you have to switch to an alternative firmware. The reason is that we don't have the space on these devices to have both firmware simultaneously. So Pro LoRa add-on will be by default. Trivial reason, it's just going to be released first. And the Pro Sensor add-on, if you want to use it, you just have to switch the firmware. Very practically the same way, for example, if you switch between Wi-Fi and Zigbee. We're doing some improvements on the web, so it's super simple and easy process for the customers. It's not a hassle because if you put the add-on, you don't change the add-on every day. You change it probably once in a year and once in a lifetime.
Perfect. And yeah, we just received the great stuff. Yes, guys, really awesome stuff. Congrats, great presentation. Indeed, great presentation.
Yeah, thanks for
your
coming.
first time. It was amazing. Thank you very much. This is it. Wait a second. What are the specs of the relay in the module?
One of the things I don't know off the top of my head, just give me a sec.
There is a raised hand.
Yeah.
Please add your question. Unfortunately, we can't hear. We are not set on that way.
Specs of the max switching voltage is 30 volts and max switching current is 300 milliamps. If that answers the question.
It's an SSR basically.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to switch more aggressive currents, you need a step-up relay which can stage the voltages or increase the amps that you would like to switch on.
Okay, this is it. I think there was a raised hand, but we can't hear, unfortunately. Kamen, if you had the raised hand, just speak to Miro right after the webinar. And yeah, okay, the question is here. I suppose that the Pro LoRa add-on, you need two devices exactly like the regular LoRa add-on.
Yes. But you need two LoRa devices. It can be two Pro LoRa devices on one Pro and one normal LoRa. It doesn't matter. But at least two, yeah. But doesn't matter which kind.
Perfect. Okay. For Pro Sensors add-on in the future, will there be options with more GPIOs?
That's a hard question because we don't have enough space on the front of the device. That's the thing. Yeah, probably would need like a double add-on, bigger one. I'm not sure. We haven't discussed it yet, but if users come with it and want it, and customers are looking for it, we'll do it, as always.
Perfect. Okay. And there is suggestion: make an add-on on the add-on.
Yeah,
we're very complex.
Yeah, we're hearing this a lot. The thing is that stacking add-ons, it's possible, but we have to make these add-ons smarter, and making them smarter makes them more expensive. So it's like a balance we have to make.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we can close the meeting and the webinar now here. We don't have any other questions, but of course in the future, you know who to contact. And if you want to dig into use cases, Orlin Dimitrov is the guy. This is it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you on the next funnel.